Hello everyone. I hope you all will be fine. So in our today's session I have brought a new topic for you. This is a modern theory of atomic structure. This we have to understand in detail. Okay. So here this theory is specifically based on two basic principles. The first basic principle is dual character of matter. Okay, so this I have taught in dual character. Matter can behave as a particle as well as a wave. This I have taught you. And the second principle, it is to be Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle, what it indicates, the position and the momentum of an electron cannot be found simultaneously. Okay, so these are the two main points which are become a development of modern theory of atomic structure. Okay, so now the theory, it is to be of quantum mechanical model of atom. Okay, so now here we have to understand, after that a new theory came in existence. This, when the Bohr theory got failed, that theory it is to be of quantum mechanical model of an atom, or we call it, this is a modern theory of atomic structure, and this is based on these two basic principles. Okay, so the first main feature we have to understand here, this feature, it is to be of the energy of electrons in an atom is quantized. Quantized means the energy that always comes in the form of packets. Okay, so that we call it the energy, it is to be quantized, but it is to be discontinuously. Okay, not continuously. That is, electrons can have only a certain specific value of energy in an atom, and that value of energy will be specific in an atom. That we must know that. Okay, that is not to be non-specific. Now the next point which we have to understand, this is to be of the existence of quantized electronic energy state is a direct consequences of the wave property of electron. So wave property, what is? When the electron acquires velocity, then it starts to behave as a wave. Okay, this I explained. Now the next main feature which you have to understand, the exact position and the exact velocity of an atom cannot be determined simultaneously. So this is of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So that's why in the starting I have written, this theory is, the development of this theory is totally based upon two principles, dual character of matter and the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So therefore it is not possible to determine the exact trajectory of the electron in an atom. Okay, now therefore we consider the probability of finding electron, means where the chances of more amount of electrons are to be present at different position of an atom. So different positions are to be considered for different atom to consider the probability of finding electrons. Now the next which you have to understand, this which I have written here, it is of sign psi. The sign which is looking like a trishul, okay, that we call it, this is a psi. Okay, psi for an electron in an atom represents an atomic orbital. Okay, atomic orbital. Okay, it represents the electron for an atom of an atomic orbital. An orbital is associated with definite amount of energy, that we must know that. Okay, so many wave functions are possible in an atom. There are many atomic orbitals in an atom. Here I mean to say, there are numbers of atomic orbitals will be present in atom, and they move, or generally we can say these are three-dimensional. Okay, so three-dimensional atomic orbital is a three-dimensional space around a nucleus where probability of finding electron is maximum. Here I am showing that. Suppose this is a nucleus, okay, and this is the fixed path where the electron revolves. That we call it, this is orbit. This we call it orbit. The fixed path around the nucleus where electron revolves, this is orbit. But the three-dimensional movement of electron like this, that we call it, where the electrons move, that we call it, this is orbital. So psi represents the three-dimensional space where the finding of, or where you can say the chances of electron probability will be highest one. Okay. Now the next, I am going to explain the next point. This is of all the information about the electron in an atom can be obtained from the orbital wave function. That psi we call it, this is a orbital wave function, and all the information we can collect from the wave function. Okay, so let's come on the next feature. This is of the probability of finding an electron at a point within an atom is proportional to square of the orbital wave function. Means the chances of finding an electron probability, that will be depend upon the square of the wave function at a point. So that is to be denoted as, I have written psi square is equals to probable density, and it is always positive. Okay, that we must know that psi square, it is to be of probable density, and that represents in 3 dimension, that is of 3D. Okay, now today I want to discuss few questions which I have explained in a previous notes which I have written for you. The first question, it is to be of what is Zeeman effect. So Zeeman effect, that I am telling, but that is to be written. Okay, you have to write in the notes. Zeeman effect, the splitting of spectral line in the magnetic field. And what is Stark effect? The splitting of spectral line in electric field. What is quanta? Quanta is what? Quanta is the smallest packet of the energy. That we must know that. We use normally a word quantum, but quanta is the smallest quantity of energy that can be emitted or absorbed in the form of electromagnetic radiation. That you must know that. Quanta if it comes. Okay. Now the next is to be, what were the 2 observations that cannot be explained by the wave nature of electromagnetic radiation. So what were the 2 points were not explained by? The first point, it is to be of radiation from a hot body, that we must know that. Okay, and the second point, photoelectric effect was not explained. Okay, now the next which you have to understand, the next question, how is the work function relate to the threshold frequency? So what is the work function? W naught. Frequency, threshold frequency, it is of nu naught. So you have to write the relation. Okay, now the next is, it is to be, what is the name given to the study of emission and absorption spectrum? So what we call it? This is of spectroscopy. This is the answer of this question. Okay, I hope you all have got it. So that's all for today. I hope you all have got it.